Very excited for today kasi we have her today. And for sure, if you finish this video, stay until the end. Marami kayong matututunan and you'll have a different perspective of the whole industry, the life insurance industry. Hindi lang as a business, but also as a person. Kitang-kita naman si Coach Aiet, parang Koreano lang, di ba? Iba yung dating niya. And she does something very unique and very special for everybody in the life insurance industry. And kung ano yun, stay tuned kasi tutulungan tayo niyan later on. Ikwento niya yung mga ginagawa niya. Kasi very important yung ginagawa niya. And I think she does this with passion, with hard work. And kita ko naman, she's ever present to all companies regardless of the color. Yan. Coach Aiet, can you give us a little bit of an introduction of yourself and what you do for the life insurance agents and yung mga financial advisors natin in the Philippines?
Thank you for the generous introduction. I'm happy to be here. I am Aiet. I am Coach Aiet as a social media handle name. And as you see in my background, we hold an office here in Mandaluyong, and it's called XDT Company. And true to what Joseph mentioned, that we help insurance agents from all colors, all companies, even their families, from registration to filing to business closing and family legacy. Para lang masaya ang session natin. And in order for me to introduce myself also, I have a lot of organizations that I'm part with, and I'm very proud because this is one way that I express myself, learn more things, and meet new people. So, for example, I am part of BCBP. This is the background that I have at the back. Can you guys see? I'm trying to be creative para lang malaman din nila, and hopefully, 'di ba, we can also be part of the organizations that I am with. So here in BCBP, this is to express my spirituality and to also meet people na katulad ko na pwede may pinagdadaanan or may mga nadaanan na that I can share my insights and experiences.
Share lang natin sa
Yeah. Go ahead.
guys. This is actually where we met. Doon ko nakilala si Coach Aiet in this organization. Yeah, it really helped.
Yes.
And I got
Yes.
to know
And
what she does and what she does for other people.
right. And I like being here because usually, 'di ba, praying and being alone, like internalizing, really comes last. And I found it here in BCBP na we should be aware of ourselves, of God, etc. Next, I am also part of this organization, and this organization helps me strengthen my communication skills. And later on, I'll tell you why. So here, I get to meet people from all over the globe. This is also me humbling myself that I can get feedback. And I like it here because it's fun. So hopefully you also join. If you're curious, I'm with the President's Chapter here in Ortigas. And then
Coach,
next, I am, yes, go ahead.
Toastmaster, yan ba yung nagtutoast kayo lagi?
Oo. Actually, during lunch, and if you are being inducted to the club, you are made to toast with the rest of the people, and they're very welcoming. Ang saya-saya kasi ano yun parang impromptu speeches, and you also get to get certified and join contests if you like. Okay, so the next one is this. I am part of the business builder mentorship. And initially, I started as a mentee for CEO Insights Asia, but they invited me to join the executive table, and I am very honored to also help other CEOs and connections, basically. So if you have a business or probably thinking about having one, maybe you're a startup and you want to learn more, I suggest that you check them out. They have a Facebook. It's also in coordination and very much in touch with the Bounce Back Philippines team. And then, as I've mentioned earlier, eto. So, because I know my strengths, I'm part of this community in Facebook. My number 2 strength is communication. So, I joined because I want to learn more about me. And hopefully, since I am very interested in people as well, I would like to have my ideas communicated and make it strategic as much as possible. Very recently, I have this as part of my advocacy. I'm part of a women organization wherein we help propel, accelerate women, young women from all over the ASEAN region. This is where we exchange our challenges and our success. And then lastly, I am part of this organization wherein we help people, families, and individuals from the moment that they learn that they need to save until they need to continue their legacy.
So guys,
Yes.
yan.
Yeah.
Sabi ko naman sa inyo, hindi kasya ang isang minuto just to introduce our guest for today. And ever since she said yes to my invitation, medyo nahirapan ako. I tried to come up with a proper introduction. Thank you for sharing. Definitely, ang daming mong ginagawa and definitely mukhang marami kang natutulungan na tao. Let's just start. Gusto kong malaman, Coach, ano yung company? What company do you belong to within the
Okay.
life insurance? Since this channel is dedicated to that topic.
I am with Manulife Philippines. I've been there for 7 years. And as what you have seen earlier on this video, I'm an arranger. So I do this stuff, but I also do something else on the side. But to answer your question, yes, I'm with Manulife. And yun, 7 years na ako sa kanila. I mean, most of our investments is with that company as well.
Wow, grabe 7 years. Ang talagang isa testament to what have you achieved, talagang to what kind of work that you have put in. Di yan madali if you reach that point of 7 years. Can you share with us within that 7 years, ano yung parang some of the things that you have achieved as individual there, as an insurance agent, or even as a financial advisor?
Okay.
Yung mga bigating awards mo ba dyan? Ilabas mo na.
Wow. Hindi, ganito. I would rather say it this way, no. During the journey, I did not expect that I will actually be in the sales force team for a long time. But part of the life cycle is that, di ba, usually na-excite tayo, tapos magpa-plateau, and then you will go down, right? So I allowed myself to be in the journey and to stick to it because I really wanted to learn more people. And by saying that, it's not the awards that really matter. It's how much you are able to keep your clients. That's number one. It's how much people believe in you because you can take care of them. And most importantly, how can you also help yourself, diba? Kasi if you are in this business, you are somehow expected to also be stable in terms of so many things like the usual, you have to have savings, etc. I have spoken to many people and not many people are aware that they should. I'm not going to sell anything, no. I am not going to make you aware because I know for a fact that may mga hesitations when it comes to talking about the future, insurance or investments for, and the worst case scenario is parang they'll close on you. The reason why I stayed long is because I know what I don't know, and not knowing what I don't know means humbling yourself to learn more. I like it when I am faced with challenges, problems to solve. Yeah. So yun yung very nature ko. That's why I'm staying pa.
Paano yun? Wait lang. English kasi yun. I know, but I don't know.
Yes.
Ang ganda nun English pa. No? Paano pag Tagalog? Paano yun?
Alam ko, hindi ko alam. Diba? Kasi parang kapag alam mo lahat, where's the fun in that? There's nothing really to get motivated on, or there's really nothing to be challenged on. Bakit ganun, 'di ba? Parang life is full of surprises. So you should, if you are in that state that you are already sustained, para lang sa akin, it's time to move forward. So it's either you move lateral or you move up. So usually they'll say, especially the other coaches or other mentors would say, why don't you achieve, etc. You have to be in that state of happiness first, di ba? That you are able to understand what you're really doing, and then moving up is easy eh. Sustaining can be shorter if you know that you're happy to do this, or that you find your purpose in doing so. And if people matter to you, if the people matter to you are happy for you doing that for them, so yun. That's a state of happiness for me.
All right. So now we know that Coach Aiet is with Manulife, that's the green insurance company, and she's been there for 7 years. Now we also know na she's been trusted, she's been able to take care of her clients, to able to sustain her business for that long. I've known a lot of people who tried at least once in their lifetime or parang 1 year, they tried it out, tested it out, and didn't work out for them. So, okay lang yan. And it's
Alam
part
mo,
of the journey.
dudugtungan ko yan, dudugtungan ko yung sinabi mo. Sabi niya nga nila, having to do
Basta English
something.
lang, English lang.
Yeah, oo, having to do something. Kunyari, if you're in a relationship, may jowa-ball ka, 'di ba? Kunyari. Now, may nagtanong, bakit yung ganitong magjowa, eh, bakit ang bilis nila naghiwalay? Tas itong kayo, kunyari lang, parang nagstay kayo for a long time. Alam mo ang sagot, simple lang. Because you decide to. There are ups and downs, 'di ba? Hindi naman lahat or lagi na masaya. There will always be problems and challenges. But if you decided that, I wanted to stick with this, what I do, or I want to stick in this type of thing that makes me happy, it's all about decision.
Hindi ako makarelate sa jowa balls. Pero
Kailangan
I,
makarelate na lang.
I like yung big word. The big word starts with a D. Decide, a decision. And I think that's really a good way to bring us to that main topic natin or the main question. For somebody who's been in the industry maybe, for a long time, who's been doing this, maybe part-time siya or full-time, or maybe even somebody na, getting to know what's this whole industry about. Lalo na, even more today kasi ang daming mga programs that's really attractive. Like, for example, this company, meron ka ng allowance for 20,000 per month. And yeah, for somebody really decided, really serious, and you would want to commit to something like this is really a business, if you look at it on the long term.
It's a lifestyle actually, more than a business. Kasi if you see this as a business, you feel that it's hard to move on every time kasi you will be bombarded with coaching and you'll have quota, etc. But if you feel like this is something that I can live and, kakain ka and you suddenly feel that somebody needs help or you suddenly wanted to call a friend, it's a lifestyle. It shouldn't be something that's limiting you from what you are doing. And that's probably the reason why I lasted long. Not because I am half time on this, but because I know that the problem lies not on just one aspect. Kumbaga sabi nga nila, physics is everywhere, like math. It's inevitable. You cannot get away with it, 'di ba? Especially mga kids na nakikinig ngayon. They don't like math. Math is everywhere. When you breathe in, etc., when you eat, 'di ba? Something like kala mo hindi mo like or hindi mo gusto or ayaw mo matutunan, but you're actually doing it. 'Di ba? Like what we're doing right now. We are listening. You don't know me, but probably the reason why you're tuned in is because you're curious. And I hope we will fulfill that curiosity, di ba, Joss? I'm ready for the next question. I can
Of course.
go on and on kasi.
Curious nga. Ako nga, every time I see you playing golf, sabi ko, iba talaga ang lifestyle ng isang MDRT.
Yeah, you know what?
Pero
You
at the
know
same
what?
time,
Oh,
kasi she was able to legitimize her business. She was able to put systems in work for her business. So, nakaka-focus ka to what really matters to you, which is, building relationship with your clients and meeting them and, basically taking care of them after, guiding them with their financial planning. You don't worry about the other stuff of the business. I think dyan pumapasok yung expertise ng isa, which is
tsaka
very
ganito.
curious kami dyan.
Oo. So, simple lang, no? Every time that siguro, whenever I tell stories or maybe I post stories on my timeline or in my personal account, it's really more on, this is what I feel at the moment. Di ba ganun naman ang social media? And when you say that it's because the lifestyle says like this, and probably because I am that, it's Every move should be intentional kasi. And I think it's important. Why? Because you first and foremost need to have a purpose. What do you intend to do? And then looking at all that I'm doing, which should I prioritize that will yield much that I can get more of than what I will spend on. So simple lang naman eh. As I mentioned again, it's simple math. Add more positivity. If it's less effort but huge impact, you prioritize that. Tapos hindi mo naman kakalimutan the rest eh. Yung mga maliliit na bagay that can contribute to your success as you define ha. Kasi everybody has a different definition of success. For me, as long as you are happy with what you're doing, you eat what you like to eat, etc. You can sleep, etc. That's happiness, and that's for me success already. We are living in a very fragile time. There are a lot of people that even if you convince them to you get this, you have to, etc. Why don't we start from I get to have this because 'di ba mas maganda yung ganung perspective instead of I have to because if not then what we come from the perspective na I get to have the output. I get to say be an MDRT because I am happy doing what I'm doing. I get to help more people. I get to go places. I get to be faced with different people who are better than me. Mga ganyan. So we should be coming from that perspective, not because you're forced or not because you have to get motivated. First and foremost, you decide naman eh why you're here, 'di ba? You decide. Nobody told you na you become one. You decide to get tagged, etc. So as what you mentioned, this is the business, but I would say you are the business yourself. So if you don't do anything, it's up to you. So your success measure is until your limitation of yourself.
Yan guys, talagang all-in-one to. Hindi lang to, may motivational talk na rin to. Hindi lang to
Oh my gosh.
insurance talk.
Oo.
But really appreciate yung mga, kasi matagal na si Coach Aiet sa 7 years na. But really important yan na you gotta be able to say na happy ka. And I think one of the best things that Coach Aiet and XDT as whole as a company does for everybody who's decided and committed that they found their purpose here in this industry is, I think, the peace of mind na you're doing this. At the same time, you don't have to worry about other stuff. Yung mga paperworks, mga permits, and all that. Kasi, yun nga, you want to add more time to what makes you more valuable and less subtract things that takes away your time and less productive for you. So, Coach Ed, baka pwede mong ma-share. For somebody na coming in, sabi, uy, license ka na. Pasado ka na, traditional, BUL. Qualified ka na sa mga interviews natin sa Manulife. Game na ba yan? Ready na ba? Can I start selling or should I talk to Coach Aiet first?
Okay, so if you're thinking on venturing into this business, again, this is a business for yourself. Ikaw yung business mismo, hindi yung company, hindi. Kasi since you have the license, regardless of what color you join, you are carrying the business, your business. So after you are tagged, pumasa ka na, etc. Usually, and this happened to me, I'm curious kasi I was then with corporate when I joined the team. Now, hindi ko alam na kasi usually kapag nasa corporate setting ka, HR will be providing everything for you, the paperwork, etc. Now, being a businessman, ito in general, be it you're an insurance agent, a professional, a doctor, attorney, or somebody who is part of an insurance or an entity for that matter, and that you are considered as a professional contractor, something like that. Contractor meaning, nandiyan ka, kukunin nila yung services mo, and then pwede namang next ganun. As a professional also, practitioner, you have to have your business legitimized. Bakit? There are a lot of advantages, and there will also be disadvantages if you do not. So, sinasabi nila, wala pa akong kinikita, pero kailangan ko na magbayad ng mga permits, etc. In order for you to be trusted and to have credibility, anong kailangan mo? 'Di ba pangalan? And that's exactly what we want the insurance industry to have. You are the business, don't lose your identity. Okay? It's not because it's not because you don't know that you shouldn't do it. Nobody is exempted. Okay? Pangalawa, you are helping yourself be credible to the people that you're speaking with. Kasi may resibo ka. And especially if you have a group insurance, for example, that they will ask for that. Of course, the company naman can issue. But all the more that if you have it ready, right? Some people would say, "Uy, I gave you the money." Usually nga hindi na ngayon kasi sabi ko nga sinaunang tao. Dati kasi binibigay sa ahente ang money. Now, because of standardization and because it's COVID also, online payments na. Another advantage that you can have is that if you take advantage of getting benefits from SSS, PhilHealth Pag-ibig, for example, and BIR for that matter, yung COR mo, you can avail loans. You know, kasi individual contributor ka eh. If you are asked, say for example, nag-apply ka ng visa, you have papers to show that you are an existing business entity yourself. Another, if you have an ID, it also matters. And if you're switching brands, if you're a professional turn magiging business negosyante ka, people will know you na, okay? And because you have been diligent about your dues, 'di ba? Sabi nga nila, give Caesar what is due to Caesar. Feel na feel ko na yung Lent, 'di ba? Ayan, so it's all about giving back. Okay? Yung what are you trying to be in this business? Say for example, nation building. How can you be part? Yan, mag-election na tayo guys. But I'm not here to promote anybody, but I am just saying, help the community, help the nation. And how can you help the nation? By being legit with your businesses. So, simply put, ganun lang. Madali lang naman yung mission and vision ng company namin. And that is to help people know the unknown, know what the step-by-step process on how to be credible, and most importantly, for the nation, yung for nation building. O, di ba? Patriotic tayo dito, Joseph eh.
Resibo, importante yan.
Oo, di ba?
Actually, what you talked about, advantages, I really like the advantages. As you mentioned, yun nga, easier for you to avail of loans. We know yung mga requirements medyo marami usually compared to employed person versus to a self-employed person. Yun nga, for people na who likes to travel. Actually I'm doing getting my Australian visa right now. So importante I have documentation na papers and the ITR to present your financial capability. And one of the best thing really is the best benefit I can see there is credibility. Right? Tama ba, Coach? Coach, pero parang mahal eh. Dami yatang kailangan. Permit, di pa ako kumikita. Paano ba yan? So those are the advantages of yung mga mag-register ng business mo as life insurance. Let's move on to the other side. Can you help us understand ano naman yung mga disadvantage?
For the disadvantage, if hindi ka registered as a financial agent, pwedeng ma-hold yung commission mo by the company. Aside from that, if you are non-compliant, there is also a ruling na aside from the company, kasi kumbaga titignan natin yan, ano yung internal measures of the company that you are affiliated with. If may violation doon, that's the parang immediate action. And then later on, pwede ka rin, kumbaga sa lisensya, pwedeng ma-revoke kasi ng insurance commission. Although, I'm not saying that it will be automatically be done that way. Based from experience ng mga financial advisors that we handle in XDT and Company, their internal measures are strict para alam din ng mga tao at syempre iba-ibang company, iba-ibang mga rules, 'di ba? There are companies that are very strict to their agents in terms of renewing their affiliation every year. 'Di ba? It's being done that way. Ganon. That's why we are here ensuring that they are um, the pain on the compliance of the lining up, long queues, etc., is outsourced to us. Yeah, that's why we exist.
So
Dito sa
para
XDT.
sure yung commission, hindi yan
Correct.
ma-hold. Contact Coach Aiet. So
Right, right.
we talked about yung advantage and definitely disadvantage. Hopefully that doesn't happen to you. Maybe can we give everybody, or Coach Aiet, ako rin, I want to learn from you, a short summary. Ano ba yung mga dapat kong kunin or i-register nga? DTI, Mayor's Permit ba, or CUR, and then Resibo. Can you help us?
So, I'll be very brief about it. Ano? If you are applying for business and you're an individual, a professional, you need to have a COR. What is COR? It's Certification of Registration. So, ibig sabihin, may ID ka para makapunta ka doon sa gusto mong, or rehistrado ka or nakalista ka. And what is it for? Para ma-identify. Okay? Being a businessman or a woman or an entrepreneur, we need to be responsible to those whom we serve. So, the reason bakit kailangan tayong listado, kasi may mga pwede tayong serbisyo at saka mga bagay tayong pwedeng i-trade or ibigay sa ibang tao. And kailangan nila pabalik yung reassurance na you are legit, na you're not fly-by-night, that you will give them the receipt. So that's number 2. When you apply for COR, you will be given the authorization to print. What is that for? That is your key to get your OR printed. So kung ikaw ay nasa service, sales invoice, OR, if other things, you will be issued sales invoice. So ganon, okay? Aside from that, so may tinatawag na linya or turnaround time. Usually yung mga ganon, ang CORs within the day, 24 hours, masyado na matagal yon. Pero since the LGUs are getting better and over time, yes, nag improve din naman ang mga processes nila. And that's why faster yung mga turnaround times, yung mga wait times. So for ATP, it depends on the printer whom you will acknowledge or whom you will trust to print your ORs on. So usually may mga affiliated printers, CBIR, and it's easier kasi they are what do you call this? They are affiliated. Parang alam mo na yung parang mabilis na kasi dumidiretso na sa kanila. So for individuals, yan. If you are going for sole proprietorship or partnerships, yan na yung pumasok na dyan yung DTI, SEC kapag you're a corporation, and then if you have the same yun, ano? So meron ka ng additional step. So aside from BIR, you will also have your, you will be enlisted in the Department of Trade and Industry to operate. Okay, there you will have additional paperwork. So what are those? Usually it's in the list when you go to that agency or to that LGU. Ang maganda sa DTI, they're Six Sigma certified. So faster, that is for more people to, they encourage more people to register their businesses, etc. And also, from what I know, because I'm part of the organization for women, they have this caravan or campaigns wherein they also give mentorship to those people who are in startup businesses, etc. Want to know more, just log on to their website, dti.gov.ph. And then finally, if you're a corporation, aside from what I've mentioned earlier, you have to be listed in SEC. So again, there are another long list for those that are into OPC or one person corporation or the regular corporation. So those are the things that we do to cater to the micro, small, and medium enterprise business owners. The reason why I'm mentioning that is because that's our focus. That's our market talaga here in XDT. We encourage people, freelancers, professionals, individuals to into their business mission and vision. Ano ba talaga tayo? Nag-exist lang ba for the sake of existing? Or do we want to give significance to the nation, help build nation building?
Mga ayoko na,
Joseph,
ang dami yata,
hindi,
coach.
mamili ka lang do'n. Mamimili ka lang do'n sa tatlo kung ano ka do'n, 'di ba? For example, puwede ka namang half and half. Yes, parang ano lang, 'di ba, parang kape. Half and half. So, puwede kang individual, pero if you ventured into, corporation, magka-separate 'yun. Kasi magkaiba yung benefits nun, magkaiba din yung features, at iba rin yung responsibility. Yan, mas malaki yung corporation, mas simple yung sa single or individual.
All right. So from what Coach Aiet has shared with us, maraming options. So let's try to break it down. Siguro muna, make it simple. Kunwari, I started as a part-time. I'm still employed and getting
Okay.
compensation and salary from
Oo,
a certain company. And
right.
then half of my time I dedicated to the commission base and part of this insurance company. What's my best
Mm.
option? Will that, kasi sanay ako, coach, the
Mm.
filing company ko na yun. Wala na akong
Yeah,
ginagawa doon.
oo. Ako din, nasanay din ako na gano'n, wala akong iniintindi, 'di ba? So, if gano'n, yung ibig sabihin ang tawag sa'yo ay slashy, tama ba? Meron kang ginagawa, you're employed, somebody's taking care, kumbaga may nagwi-withhold ng tax mo for that service that you provide for that company or entity. And then nag-decide ka na, oh, dapat multi-income stream, 'di ba? So you want another pocket for your income in addition to your salary base. So if that's the case, you need to have, kumbaga sa compensation and benefit, na meron kang individual contributorship. So ibig sabihin, nagwi-withhold na sila dun eh. Itong service na pino-provide mo, different. Baka lang may mga HR na nakikinig sa atin, yung moonlighting na tinatawag. Guys, tignan niyo rin yung mga kontrata niyo, okay? Kung allowed kayo na ano, kasi may mga friends, 'di ba?
Importante pala
'Di
yun.
ba?
Good thing you mentioned. Hindi lang pala
Oo,
basta-basta,
moonlighting.
uy, okay dito.
Oo, oo, okey dito, open-minded ka ba? Parang ganyan. Okey lang naman yun, ngayong fragile times
So,
at this time, 'di ba? Pero check niyo rin, okey,
check
so
muna.
yes. Oo, dun tayo sa tama, 'di ba?
Check muna if that won't
Oo,
breach your agreement or
right, contract.
void your contract as an
Mm,
employed person. Pero what you're
oo.
saying, kailangan ko na mag-separate ng filing
Yes,
or
oo, kasi
depende ako kay HR?
kailangan ng kailangan mo ng separate, kasi for example nawala ka dun sa employment mo, you will be on this service, and then when you are in the service at hindi ka papayagan, as you mentioned, 'di ba, yung case mo ano, insurance agent ka. So hindi naman papayag yung company mo kung wala kang registration. I mean, 'di ba, we would like to think it that way, that all companies are compliant and very good. Yun.
All right. So, yan. For that person salaried and then look into this part. How about person is doing this full time? Mukhang
Okay,
first step
all the
ba,
more that
ano?
you have.
First step ba is CUR or DTI muna?
First and foremost, kailangan tag ka. Dun sa insurance company. Dapat 'di ba, nakapag-training. Kasi kapag gano'n, yun ang very first step, naintindihan mo yung business, na magmamalasakit ka sa business mo kasi gusto mo kumuha ng komisyon, 'di ba? And then you go to COR. And where do you go? BIR. COR registration, certificate of registration, tapos ATP, yun yung OR, and then I don't know how long it will take for some areas, but usually the average is 1 to 2 weeks. Depende, no? Depende kung anong alert level tayo meron. Pero gano'n siya. Kapag naman na nagkaroon ka na ng paper, that means you can issue the receipt to your clients. And kasi bibigyan, kumbaga, si company mo sa insurance is already withholding, 'di ba? So, yung resibo hindi pupunta dun sa customer or sa client mo, kundi dun sa company. Dun mo siya ibibigay.
full-timer, yan, talagang ito lang yung sole, ito yung pinaka-source of income mo, you register. Meron na bang LGU na online, fully automated? I know DTI, you can get it online, di ba?
Oo,
And
oo, DTI.
register, pay, and then just print it out. About for, sorry, not LGU, but DAR.
As of the moment, they have what they call iris. So parang it's just for ang alam ko ha, for the change of RDO. So for example, you're an employee, you lumipat ka ng company, so yung change ng RDO, yun. Pero yung something that's automated all throughout, balitaan mo ako kung meron. Kasi hindi ko pa sure. Hindi ko sure. Pero what I know, there are a lot of IT companies who are offering the same service that we are offering. So the main distinction is we believe in the human capital side of things, and wala namang masama because we're not in direct competition with them. They're IT based and we're accounting. So yung insights that we provide after the registration is the bulk of our business transactions. So yung insights until business succession, scaling up, those are the things that matter to our clients.
So, Coach, pagka, yan, I have my DTI, diretso na ba ako sa BAR or do I still need my own LGU permit or business permit?
Depende yon. Kung if you are a BMBE, 'di ba may mga mayor's permit pa yan? Ibig sabihin, you are holding an office as a person, ikaw lang. Yan. Hahanapan ka nun eh. And then, so DTI, usually yan sa mga single prop, tapos yung SEC for corporation. So yung with regard to your question na after, sino may uuna, 'di ba? Usually ang nauuna kapag individual will be the COR. Kapag partnership or single prop, ano siya, DTI, and then corporation for incorporation or company.
Alright.
Tapos pagkatapos nun BIR. Ayun.
Ayan, so at least meron tayong idea what are the things that we want to register. And until to the point na meron ka ng sarili mong receipt.
Yes.
So, for example, I successfully sign up policy, nagkaroon ako ng client. What do I put there? Ito ba yung binayad na premium or ito ba yung commission na nakuha ko from that sale?
All right. You are not going to give the OR to your client, but to the company. Okay. So, ang ilalagay mo doon would be the commission that you received from the company. Kasi yun yung withhold. So, parang mag-even out lang sila. Ganun.
Okay. So, hindi yan yung kunyari, uy, Joseph, bigyan mo ang resibo. No. So, the company
they will receive,
issue
yes,
sa client mo. Para clear lang. Para alam natin na ito yung amount na bigay sa'yo. Na-receive mo na commission from that sale. After that, meron pa ba akong kailangan gawin?
After that, well, are you talking as an individual FA? So if you are, that will entail your responsibility to check on the deadline. So usually, here in the office, we remind the clients that, hey, the due date is upcoming. Maybe you can give us your 2307 or your commission list, yung paper. And then, yun, we file for them, and then they ask, or they just we give them updates, or they ask if they need something. Can you prepare something for me because I need to take a loan or something like that. So every bit of the paper trail that is sent to them, we safekeep. Okay. And then aside from the monthly, there's also quarterly filing and annual filing. The idea is to give comfort and convenience. So if ikaw yung gagawa ng, or ikaw yung nagnenegosyo, you don't really have to look back, yung may gumagawa kasi ng back end mo. And the least of your concerns would be, how do you now diverse? How do you achieve your awards? Yung mga, di ba, nasa vision board, usually ganyan yung sinasabi sa atin. You get to focus. So your competency is more laser focused to the clients that you can give good customer service at saka good customer experience. Yung the back end, it's like you have mini secretaries that is there for you. You don't have to worry about beating the deadline because that's extra effort. You don't have to worry about lining up. And you don't have to worry that probably my paper is not on that first batch. Kasi usually, di ba, kapag naka-queue, tapos inabot ka ng, say, 12 midnight, and sadly, hindi nakapunta dun yung paper mo sa batch na na-submit, eh di magbabayad ka ng penalty. That's what we don't want to happen. It's always about our services is always circled on how we can improve the system internally, at least how we can provide good customer experience, and how we can encourage everyone to take on the challenge. Now, you have to increase your credibility and legitimize your business.
Mukhang
Yeah.
nilalim dumami yata yung paperwork
Oo.
sa coach.
Hindi, actually, the paperwork, you don't have to worry because we
Mukhang
are the ones
dumadami
who
na
will be
dumadami
doing
ah.
it. We'll be doing the
Yan.
papers.
So at least for everybody watching and those who have watched this conversation, we have a brief idea what things that we have to register, to file and do. Pero what's the good thing about this is XDT, Coach Aiet is here. So they have a very special program that handles everything for you. Siguro, can you give us an idea in terms of number, ilan na ba yung FAs that you're currently engaged with in helping specifically for this, yung filing, compliance, and everything?
So instead of giving you the right number, kasi it's ever evolving, no? We actually increase our numbers by the week. We are very far from our target, and when we say goals, we mean the community. So if you can imagine how many colors of companies are out there and how many active agents are selling, we are very far from our target, and that's why I am here for. Thank you for this opportunity, Joseph, for telling me that I can talk about things about what we are most passionate about and how we can drive our advocacy in help build the nation by helping others to be legitimized and credible in their businesses. So ang galing ko bang kumambyo, Joseph?
And they've been doing this for a long time. So
Yeah, more than a
you're-
decade.
yeah, if you're looking to just optimize and streamline your activity, make sure you reach out to XDT. So I think that really gives us a good idea of
Yes.
how Coach Aiet and her company could help your business grow. And at this point, siguro, I just want to invite you, Coach, can you share with us yung mga social media mo or how do you reach? And syempre, bigyan mo kami ng price. Pero magkano ba yan?
Okay, for the price, to be fair also, no, for the viewers, the price lists will be emailed once you have once you ask us about things. We need to know where you're coming from. So eto lang malinaw, the open cases fees will be on top of whatever it is, yung mga service fees namin. This is our company website, and very simple lang naman siya. Our company profile, our employees are here. Coach Aiet is also linked here. This where you can maybe navigate on after you watch this session with Joseph, no? So this is our mission and vision, ayan, so more than 25 years of experience, kahit na more than a decade lang kami, because we also attribute this to the experts that we have in the office. So these are the partners, and if you have any questions, there's also a detail. If you guys are free, every Saturday we have closing to compliance, and this is in connection with Always Be Closing. So this is happening every Saturday. It's for free. So everybody, even if you're not a financial advisor, if you're a freelancer or a company owner who is starting up or probably there already, but you are still medyo not comfortable with managing your taxes and finances. And this is not limited to just registration and filing. We also give out insights on how we can better manage your finances and your legacy planning, for that matter. So if you click or you scan this code, you will be given, yun na nga yung sinasabi ni Joseph na how much is the pricing, etc. So depende on what profile you are in, what your questions are. And if we needed to sit down with you, no problem, because here at XDT, we are very reasonable. There are a lot of clients, especially those attending this closing to compliance. We give them free consultation right after they attended. Just tell us if you attended and when did you attend, and then we will give our time to you so that we can also wrap our heads on where you are coming from. So aside from that, ayan, so that's XDT and Company. For Coach Aiet, this is my website. Siguro pinaka maganda na lang na tignan nyo dito would be the podcast, which is also in YouTube. The podcast episodes are located here and in YouTube. This is also in Apple Podcast and Spotify. So the most recent would be marketing and branding. I have a 30-minute interview with many business owners, young and not so young. And I also have one from outside offshore siya, and she is into social media branding as well. And I hope that you can check out all the series of conversations in this podcast. And if you are free and available, and if you want to let your stories be heard in terms of how we can secure a happy lifestyle, let me know and just drop in a message here, or you can contact me, or you can just maybe message me here in this Facebook page, Coach Ayet. Let me know how else I can help, and maybe we can collaborate. If not, if may mga clients din ako regional, Joseph, kakatuwa kasi as far as Lanao del Norte, something like that, bigla ko na lang nalaman na, okay, so you heard me from somewhere, and nag-research daw siya, and lumabas nga daw yung name ko. So, ang maganda dito, it's not solely just here in Metro Manila that we are reaching out people, that we are able to reach out people. I am happy and grateful that during this fragile time, we are able to ripple hope to other people because of Wi-Fi and connectivity. Ayan. So that's pretty much it. Instagram, yes, I am also there, but mostly of those on those channels that I usually go to.
How about your YouTube channel?
The YouTube channel is the one that I showed a while ago. Let me see. So, kung ano yung nasa website, probably people are more into YouTube. So, syempre, depende yan sa age profile, di ba? So, mga millennials, they're really into visual and listening. I hope that I can get an audiobook, kaya nga ako nagpo-podcast. O, di ba? Kasi feeling ko maganda naman yung boses ko. Pero previous live episodes on Coffee House Chat is also here. We started about a year ago, sometime around this month also, when the COVID, yung onset ng COVID. And then may conversion yan. So if you're gonna tell me, ano ba to, ginagawa naman ba to by free? Yes, guys, free lang to. I get to also help other friends who are in business during the COVID season na yung talaga nagsarado lahat. And they are able to get clients because na-feature din naman sila. Maybe not all are my clients, but I am happy that I'm able to give them. Another would be ayun, so dun sa dito, nakakatuwa because when I went live for Coffee House Chat, we featured somebody, and this somebody we barely know. Okay, we did not know them, but they are children in the south, specifically Zamboanga. And what happened was somebody is being interviewed. Naging friend ko na lang din siya. And then, ang nangyari is may nakarinig from my other organization. Pinapanood niya, na-touch siya. Sabi niya, "Oy, Aiet," like really after the live session. She said, na-move ako dun sa story, feature niyo sa live session niyo. Maybe I can help. And then I told her, who happens to be my mentor, in the insurance industry, sabi ko, "Uy, I'm so happy you had time, di ba? You had time to," and then eto na nga yung nangyari. So, MDRT, gave Yellow Boat Foundation a check. It's worth so many boats. Nakakatuwa kasi no, so these are the kids who have been going to and fro from their homes to the school, and they have to swim but now they have boats, 'di ba? But na-accelerate pa siya when MDRT Foundation said that yes, we will be giving them the grant, and we are so happy. And just fast forward, so yan siya. It's very, and this is my mentor. She's Miss Vicky Marcaida, along with the other talented individuals in the picture. This guy is the one who I interviewed at the time. So this was a momentous. I didn't really expect to be here, ayan, sa ganitong event. But what I'm very thankful for is that hindi pala waste of time. Kasi Sunday night yun di ba? Parang ang dami-dami ng pwedeng gawin, but making a difference to other people's lives. And even if I didn't know the children who received the gift from somebody, I was the channel. So we are the channel. So who knows, maybe somebody's also watching this session with you, Joseph, and we can give significance to other people's lives, di ba? I hope na-move ka din.
Definitely. This session has been a learning session, and for sure, after watching this and after talking to you, maraming na-open isipan, and for sure, they learn how you make a difference in a life insurance agent's business. Make sure you contact Coach Aiet and your company to help you get started, and want to thank you again for this
thank
time.
You also.
Giving us this time. Grabe. So, episode 2, don't forget.
Yes, and let me know if we can be friends in social media. I'm open. If we can work on something together, let me also know. Thank you, Joseph. If that's the end of it, I hope you guys will subscribe to both of our YouTube channels. Thank you.